Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg, and today we're going to take a look at the Refuel Invictus case from iBattz for the iPhone 6. This is the world's first iPhone 6 case that features a hot swappable battery inside. This sells for $99.95 and it comes in 3 colors, black, gray, and gold. And then I also have the Invictus USB charging kit, which sells for $29.95. We'll get to that in a second. I'll show you exactly what that's about. Let's start off by taking a look at the case. So inside the box is a couple of things. You'll find the battery case itself. You'll find a quick start guide. You'll have a headset adapter. And you'll have a micro USB charging cable. So all that comes included, and what we really want to focus on first is the case, and here it is. This is the gold version, and to put the case on, you have to kind of break it apart, and it comes in a couple different sections. There is this back plate, which pops off. I will point out that the installation of the case is probably the most difficult part, but once you have it on, you probably won't have to fuss with it too much. So once you get that back plate off, set it aside and you'll see the interior portion. You then need to remove this top clip, which kind of slides off after you've kind of freed it from these pins. There's that top piece. And then you can remove the battery, which we'll put back in a second. Now, once you have all the parts disassembled, you take your phone and slide it onto the lightning connection like so. Then you replace the top cap like that until it clicks in place, and that kind of locks everything in. Then you can proceed by putting the battery inside, and it only goes in one way. You kind of just click it in, and you'll notice that the LED immediately lights up, letting me know it's connected. I don't have it turned on though, so it's not charging. And then finally you take the back plate and you kind of click it back over your phone back into place. And again, like I said, I feel like this is the toughest part of the installation, getting this plate back on and getting it off. It kind of just wants to like get stuck on the buttons, so you do have to kind of work at making sure that it's all lined up, which is, like I said, not easy to do and even harder to do when you're trying to do it through a tripod, but I'll get it eventually. It has these little tabs at the top and the side and the bottom there that kind of just click it in like that, as you can see. And then once you get that one on, just go ahead and do the other side too, and make sure that they all snap in just like that. And like I mentioned, you won't have to do that too often. The only part you'll have to do repeatedly is remove that back plate when it comes time to swap the batteries out, which I'll show you in a minute. So there's the case. It doesn't add, I wouldn't say, I'm missing one little click there. It doesn't add too much in the way of bulk to your phone, I mean, for a battery case, and one that also offers a ton of power. The battery that I showed you inside there has 3,200 milliamps of recharging power, which is amazing for a battery case this slim. So the case itself doesn't give you much in the way of lay on the table protection. You can see it's kind of flush with the glass of the phone, so you may want to use a screen protector if you're someone that's concerned about scratching. You do have a nice cutout on the back for the camera, the secondary mic, and flash, and then there is access to the headset jack, but it's so recessed you'll absolutely have to use the adapter that comes with it. You also notice there's a cutout or perforation for the speaker there as well, and then that's the micro USB charging port, which you can use to recharge the internal battery while it's inside your phone. There also is a small power button right here, which if you press once will light up LEDs. If you hold it for more than a second or two, it activates the charging of your phone, which I just did, and if you hold it for another couple seconds, it will turn off the charging. So when you want to charge your phone, just press and hold the button for about 2 seconds and it will start charging it. When you want to stop charging, press and hold for another 2 seconds and it will stop charging. If you want to see how much power is remaining in the battery, just give it a quick press and it will illuminate one of the LEDs in here. You can see I'm kind of on the lowest LED setting, which means I don't have a lot of power remaining in the battery. Now, the cool thing about this is the addition of these charging kits, which you can also pick up. And inside here, essentially, is another battery. Now, this acts like a portable charger by itself. So, got a micro USB port for recharging the battery, which I'll show you in a second, and then the USB for connecting your devices. It also has a flashlight, as you can see, little blue light there. And inside here is another one of those batteries. So, if you pop that open, there's the battery itself. So, you can use the cable to recharge this battery, and then it actually pops out. Now, while you're out and about, keep these in your bag. And let's say your phone has been depleted and you've now used the battery inside here to also charge. What you would do is remove the outer shell of the case, which, like I said, is sometimes easier said than done, but it does come off. Remove that outer layer, and then now you have access to the battery that's in here. And you can actually pop this out, which, again, isn't easy to do, but it does come out. There we go. And then take a fresh battery, pop it right in, and then you're back in business. Just put that plate right back on, and now you've got another full battery. So it's kind of crazy the amount of, power that you can get out of this thing, from while you're on the go. Like if you're a road warrior and you need tons of recharging power while you're out and about, you're going to have it. Like I said, I always seem to have trouble with this thing, but getting it on, but there we go. You're going to have like limitless, endless power. You could keep like 3 or 4 of these in your bag, and you're talking about having like, more than 10,000 milliamps of charging power for your phone without having to plug in, which is truly remarkable. These were somewhat popular with older phones like the 5 and 5S. Haven't really seen them for the 6 or 6 Plus. This is the first one of its kind. And like I said, the best thing about it is that the accessory can be used as a standalone battery. So it's not meant just for the iPhone 6. You can use this to charge Android phones or an iPhone 5 or a 6 Plus just as an external pack, or use the battery with the case. So pretty cool stuff. Now, iBattz actually sent along 2 of these. So they sent along the gold and the black and the extra chargers for them. I'm going to give these away over on Twitter in the next week or so. So make sure you're following me at L Greenberg. A link to that will be in the video description. If you want to win one of these cases, I will give them away over on Twitter very soon. So that's been my brief look at the iBattz Refuel Invictus battery case for the iPhone 6. Super cool accessory. Definitely want to check it out if you're power hungry, a road warrior. I will have a link to more information about this case in the video description, as well as a link to my full review of it over on runaroundtech.com. As always, if you have any questions about this or anything else, feel free to drop me a line down below. Otherwise, have a great day.